礼佛行三问讯礼，一问讯。三称佛号：南无本师释迦牟尼佛。南无本师释迦牟尼佛。南无本师释迦牟尼佛。Please be seated. Do you know how to chant 大悲咒? How many of you know how to chant 大悲咒? So just now, where's Louis? So sit down, just now I chanted, so one of your fellow students got this chanting bit and then asked me to chant. So just now I was sitting there chanting, then I was thinking, let's get everybody to chant together. Okay. Namo 大悲观世音菩萨，南无大悲观世音菩萨，南无大悲观世音菩萨，南无哈乃达那多乃呀耶，南无阿利耶婆罗揭谛瑟婆那耶，菩提萨埵婆耶，摩诃萨埵婆耶，摩诃迦卢尼迦耶，安三波那华伊苏丹那丹谢，南无悉揭利多伊蒙阿利耶，婆罗揭谛瑟婆那冷陀婆，南无那来敬师悉利摩诃洹多沙弥萨婆他陀斯喷阿斯因萨婆萨陀南无婆萨陀南无婆揭摩诃德多怛侄檀摩婆卢悉卢迦帝迦卢帝依悉利摩诃菩提萨埵萨婆萨埵摩那摩那摩悉摩悉利多因居卢居卢揭蒙嘟噜嘟噜花舍耶帝摩诃花舍耶帝摩来多来帝利尼舍婆那耶遮那摩摩诃摩那摩帝利悉悉舍那阿来三hun那舍利花三hun那舍耶呼噜花来呼噜悉利沙来悉利苏噜菩提耶菩陀 耶婆陀耶弥帝利耶那来行识帝利舍利那婆耶摩来萨婆诃悉多耶萨婆诃摩诃悉多耶萨婆诃悉多因舍婆那耶萨婆诃那来净持萨婆诃摩来那来萨婆诃悉来成阿穆奇耶萨婆诃萨婆摩诃阿悉多耶萨婆诃遮羯那阿悉多耶萨婆诃婆陀摩揭悉多耶萨婆诃那来净持幻揭那耶萨婆诃摩婆利胜揭那耶萨婆诃南无汉那达那多那呀耶南无利耶婆罗揭谛舍婆那耶萨婆诃安悉莲多还多那还多耶萨婆诃。 Okay. OK 啊，他请喝水啊。Chanting has a different effect. Good evening, brothers and sisters. How are y'all today? Good. That's the slowest. That's one of the slowest I've chanted. Yeah. And I'm very happy today because I managed to chant properly despite chanting slowly. Because in US we are used to chanting much faster. We will chant around this speed. Namo hanai danai tono yaye namo liye polo jire suhunaye puri sarapoye mo sarapoye mo jaloni jaya ansampanai pai soana sya namo sijili do imang liye polo jire suhun. So it is because we chant 7 times in the morning, 7 times in the evening. Taipei time we chant 21 times. If we chant at that speed just now, you'll take the whole day. Don't have to do meditation really. Yeah. So when I came back, and then there were times where I had to lead Taipei Zhou, and then the whole group chant at the normal speed, which is the to us slower speed. Then we I don't know support, don't know where. Yeah, but chanting has its effect, My teacher was highlighting 解行要并重, that learning the Dharma and practice, they must be balanced. They must be balanced. If you just learn teachings without doing any practices, then it becomes an intellectual exercise, which is not bad. At least you have the Dharma knowledge, the first kind of wisdom, from hearing. And if you do some reflection, at least you got second type, from the contemplation wisdom. But cultivation is not just about chanting also. Chanting is one form of cultivation, but it goes beyond that. It goes beyond that. So, what are we learning here? So last week, my teacher, the past few days, my teacher actually told me that he encountered some of you, and then asked you all a question. Ask one of you a question. Ask, what is the title, what is the class that you are attending? Okay, but I want to, I purposely highlight today, not to make you all embarrassed, okay? But I want to highlight, Because just now the student, the student came to 忏悔 to me, but I told her, I said, it's okay, don't worry. Yeah, she was very concerned. Did she get me into trouble? Because my teacher is said to have asked like, 你们在上什么? In Chinese, then she's like, 白法. Then my teacher, 白法什么? Then 白法摩尼. So just in case, if my teacher encounter you all again, please, 白法明门论. Yeah, in your title it should have 白法明门论. There should be a 大乘 in front also. Yeah, 大乘白法明门论. So in the Chinese community, we usually just shorten it to 白法. Yeah, 100 dhammas. Okay, 100 dhammas. Yeah, if anybody asks you and you cannot remember the Chinese, you just say, I'm Kantang. Let me tell you in English. Yeah, and you speak with a stiff upper lip. Oh, ask you. Oh. I see. So this is the whole story. Yeah, but I will tell you this. It's okay. Even if you don't know the title, it's okay. You must know the content. Even if you don't know the exact words of the content, it's okay. You must know the meaning. Beyond that, nothing left. You must know the meaning. And you should try to use it in your life. To me, if you can do that, I'm more satisfied than if you can memorize the title. Yeah, but in case if my teacher asks again, it's 大乘白法明门论. Okay, yeah, yeah, and those of you who didn't give the full answer, you all don't have bad karma. Don't worry. Okay, yeah, and I didn't get any trouble. He just told me about it. He sort of teased me about it. Yeah, but don't worry lah. It's okay. Yeah. Sometimes some people ask, how do you remember all this? Hard to say, Yeah, hard to say. Maybe this is the first time you are learning this. Maybe it's not the first time I'm learning it. Maybe past life learned before. Yeah. Maybe I'm very stupid, so maybe learn for 30 lives. Then, finally I can remember. Yeah. So, it's okay. Yeah. Okay. So where did we stop? We stopped at the show, huh? Yeah. So, 处作意受想思. Yeah. Contact, then attention, then feelings, and perception, and then 思. So this 思 later I'll cover. So last week after class, one student stayed back and asked me, how is it that contact, when I'm in contact with the outside world, by right, whenever the mental concomitants they arise together with the consciousness, yeah, the Xing Wang, the king of the heart, of the mind. So in this case, where is the consciousness when I come into contact? So we have to go back to the definition of contact. Another student texts me and asks me, can contact be considered bare awareness? Yeah. Again, let's come back to what is contact. What is contact? Okay? Contact, we must remember, contact refers to the three things coming together. Sense base, sense object, and consciousness. Okay? I want to try out something today. Yeah, instead of me asking you all, I want you all to pair up, two persons together. Okay, just look for someone next to you. Yeah. Yeah, don't 2 person here, 2 person there, then leave her alone, huh? Okay? So the first 2 together, 3 and 4 together, 5 and 6 together. If you are the last one with nobody, then you look for the one behind or in front. Okay? Can y'all do that? Just slightly turn to face each other. And one of you ask the other person, what is contact? So you only answer to one person, not so stressful. Okay? Don't chit chat. Hey, what do you eat just now? And then after you are done, the other person asks, what is contact? Okay. When you're done, then turn around and face me. When you're done. Okay, when you're done, turn around and face me. It just contact, like, how come so long? Oh, never know that you are so good. Okay, I'll give you all 10 more seconds. Okay. Okay, both person got a chance to speak? Yes? Yeah, so you all know what is contact now? Yes. Yeah. This is a classroom management technique that I learned many years ago. And then I tried once or twice, but I never tried with adult class before. Yeah. And how is it? Is it less stressful than if Sifu come down and say, what is contact? Less stressful, Yeah, so, and you may wonder, I asked her, she asked me, like, isn't that a bit like redundant? But it's actually not. Yeah, it's reinforcement. Yeah, because when you ask that person and the person express it, he or she may express in a slightly different way, in the way she understands. Yeah, and when you share, when you answer, you may answer in your slightly different way also. Then you can both learn from each other. Yeah. But the base model is, what is contact? The coming together of 3 things. Sense base, sense object, and consciousness. Okay? Okay, let's try that again. Ask each other, so one person will ask, what is the first consciousness? Second person asks, what is the second consciousness? So 4 consciousness each. Got it? They are all together 8 different consciousness. So each one will ask each body, okay? You cannot just say, what is the first consciousness? First consciousness. Cannot, Then what is the 8th consciousness? 8 consciousness. Cannot, You must give the actual name, okay? Okay, begin. Okay, time's up. Haven't finished? Up to the third consciousness. How? Managed to finish it? Okay, let's run through together, okay? What is the first consciousness? I consciousness. Second consciousness? Yes. Third consciousness? Fourth consciousness? Fifth consciousness? Sixth consciousness? Seventh consciousness? Mana consciousness. Mana one quite dicey. Eighth consciousness? Alaya. Okay, very good. So next after class, you all can go and walk around the upper level and then look for Sifu. Next week, before coming to class, make sure you walk one round. Sifu, do you have any question to ask me? Well, sekali Sifu asked the later chapters. I haven't come. No. But I'm doing this not just so that you can answer him. Yeah. Sometimes in class, when I ask one-to-one, I know it can be quite stressful. Yeah. So this is a very powerful technique. Yeah. It's part of the Keegan classroom management thing. Yeah, where you get the students to just one-to-one, ask each other questions. Yeah. Sometimes we actually do this with placards. Yeah. So the cards have questions and then answers on the same page. Yeah. So you basically you don't have to worry about not knowing the answers, and you can ask each other. So far, everybody got the answers okay? Yeah. I, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, mana, and then alaya. Yeah. So, is the order important? Yes and no. Yeah. Yes and no. Why is it important? Because everybody refer to alaya as number 8. If you refer to alaya as number 1, then it can be a bit, confusing when you're having a discussion. Yeah. So we usually start off with the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. Yeah. And then the mana consciousness, which is actually the mind itself. Then followed by the 8th consciousness, which is alaya consciousness. Yeah. Storage. Yeah. So 8 different consciousness together, king of the heart. Okay? That is the first chapter. Second chapter. What is the second chapter? Second chapter is on mental concomitants. Yeah? That which belongs to the heart belongs to the mind. Yeah, 心所. Yeah, first one is 心王, then second one is 心所. Yeah. Yes. Your question, in the Yogacara school, are there more than 8 consciousness? Yes, there are other schools that further subdivide the consciousness into 9, 10, 11 and so on. Yeah, but for this commentary, we are covering up to number 8. From what I know, the number 9, 10, 11 and so on, their function can be found in the first 8 anyway. Yeah, for the most part. Huh? Well, it's the same thing as what we have discussed before. Why have 8? Yeah. Why have 8? Yeah. You can also say everything is inside the mind. Isn't it? Yeah. In fact, oftentimes when we read Buddhist texts, they don't talk about the alaya consciousness directly. Yeah. Because once you bring the term alaya up, then you must explain a lot of things. Yeah. But in many texts, they just talk about it in terms of the mind stream. Yeah. And there were usually books talking about, let's say, karma and rebirth. They will just refer to what we call alaya consciousness as the mind stream. Yeah, the mind stream. And say that as you do actions, consciously, with volition, then it gets planted, a seed gets planted. Karma is sowed. Sowed where? In your mind stream. And like a stream, it's always changing. It is not a permanent thing. Yeah, but we give it we are attached to it and give it a name that seems to be permanent. Then we feel like it's permanent. Yeah. So many different names. Yeah. So in this particular school, yeah, as it is now, we cover up to number 8. Yeah. For what purpose? I've also highlighted that in the last lesson, in the last module, in the first module, about how Yogacara and Madhyamika, the kind of questions they were positioned to answer. Yeah. So that was already covered. Oh, okay. So, in terms of mental concomitants, we have also gone through the definition of it. Why are they called mental concomitants? Yeah, and there were 3 reasons. And now we are off into the first set. Yeah, the first set, which is the universally active. Yeah, can you all remember the first set? Universally active. Yeah, universally active, meaning that they are always present. Yeah, with the king of heart. Yeah, with the mind. Yeah, they are always active. So we have gone through contact. We have gone through attention. Today we are going to cover feelings. Okay? Everybody good so far? Yeah? Everybody good so far? So, did anyone miss the last lesson? So please collect this on... Oh, sorry, we didn't print this out, right? So please take a picture of this. For those who missed the last lesson. So I did a table. This table, take a picture, then I'll explain. Okay? All right. So what is this table? This table is the list of the mental concomitants, and it describes the areas where the mental concomitants are active. So this information is found within these 2 paragraphs, okay? This whole chunk here. So I have taken the liberty to transfer this into this table. I hope it's helpful. Yeah, is it helpful? Say yes. Better be helpful. Okay, Lily, erase from your phone. Lily, find that it's not helpful. Yeah, for some of us, we prefer lines and lines of text. Yeah, some people find the table is more helpful. Yes. Which one? So, primary defilements and secondary defilements, you notice that I put slashes there. So, they are not always present. Okay? They are not always present. They are not completely there. Then what else you want me to say? Yeah, but I'm explaining to you the meaning. You want the meaning or you want the words? The meaning is important, right? Yeah. Primary defilements and secondary defilements, they are not always active. Yeah, they are not always active. In some cases, they are active. In some cases, they are not active. That's the meaning. Yeah. In tandem refers to how, for example, there's a cross here, slashes here. It means that when it arises, it is in tandem with the, let me be clear, it is in tandem with the all the other things arising together, or arising together, or arising together, yeah. Like coupled together, arise together, cease together, arise together, cease together. This is 2 weeks ago already. This is 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Okay. Can Yeah. We are on page 9. We have 49 pages, 50. We have how many pages? We have 55 We have 54 pages to cover. So, can I move on? So, feelings, sensations. Have I touched on it? I have touched on it, right? Have I done the experiment with you all? No. Okay. So, feelings. What is feelings? 3 kinds of feelings. What are the 3 kinds of feelings? Painful, either you start with pleasant or painful. In the Chinese tradition, we start with painful. 苦受乐受不苦不乐受. Yeah? Painful, pleasant, neither painful nor pleasant. Today is the 28th. Okay. So, as I've repeatedly mentioned, another word is sensation. Yeah. And the reason why I choose this over this, I choose sensations over feelings, is because feelings tend to be mixed up with emotions. Feelings tend to be mixed up with emotions. Here we are not directly talking about emotions yet. Yeah. So sensations, painful, pleasant, and neither painful nor pleasant. So, what is the difference between these and emotions? I have actually covered this previously. Can you remember? Okay, maybe different class, but I think I see a lot of familiar faces. Can you remember the one where I talk about, like if you are at the bus stop and then you feel a tap? Did I cover in this class? Yeah. So some yes, some no. Yeah. So if you feel a tap while you're at the bus stop, okay, versus now give yourself a tap. Okay, can you feel the tap? If you get a tap when you're in the bus stop, while waiting for the bus or in the train, a station, when you get a tap, the tap is still the tap. Would you call that tap a pleasant experience? Would you call it a painful experience? No. It is what we would usually call neither painful nor pleasant. Yeah. If you are having like shoulder ache and then someone tap, yeah, maybe it's pleasant. Okay. Yeah. But so most taps are neither painful nor pleasant. Huh? So the shock is your response to the tap. You see, when you get a tap now, this is what you feel. You feel the tock tock tock. You know that, yeah. If you are alone in a bus stop, yeah, maybe you finish later 9+, and then you go to the bus stop. You go toilet. Then long time, and then go toilet. Then after go to the bus stop, and by the time you go to the bus stop, the whole place, whole place is quiet. No, occasionally, then you see 410. Yeah, and then you see the whole bus is empty, and then the 410 bus driver. Okay, no. Okay. No bus stop, the bus don't stop. You flag, the bus don't stop. Then you sit there, wow. Then suddenly you feel a tap. Yeah. If you compare the two, a tap now and a tap then, there's a difference, isn't it? And there's also a commonality. The commonality is the tap. So the tap itself is the same. It's neutral. It's still neutral. The difference is your response. Because you don't expect a tap, so there was an extra thing, which is the, how come there's a tap? Yeah. And let's say you turn around and then you see Sifu. Then, Sifu, why are you doing out so late? Then Sifu. And then you're like, and then Sifu like that. Float up and down. Wow. How would y'all do? Quickly run. So the tap itself is the sensation, is the feelings portion. Yeah. You're right. If you are out there, you will feel a fright. But the fright is what we call emotions. But many times, it comes so closely, we can't distinguish the two. Yeah, we can't distinguish the two. Yeah, but here we say, actually there's a distinction. And that's a very important thing. Because as long as we think that our contact and our emotions is the same thing, that's part of our fallacy. That's part of our misinterpretation and misunderstanding. That's part of the problem, actually. So, when we observe closely, then we see for ourselves. Yeah? At this point, if you just think about it, it's still just a concept. But if you were to quieten yourself and observe repeatedly, not just once, twice, yeah, but as you practice meditation, or even if you do chanting, it can help to train the mind to be more aware, to be more subtle, to be more mindful. Then you can observe that, there's a distinction between the tap versus that emotional response. And it's not just about taps, okay? Yeah, just like in Heart Sutra, it's not just about laksa. But if you were to extend that observation to other aspects of our life, then you realize just as the tap itself is just the tap, likewise, when people say something, it's just sound. Our interpretation after that is part of the situation. Whether you like or dislike, our interpretation is crucial. When Sifu asks you, how are you today? How do you feel? No? When Sifu asks, how are you today? Feel good or not? Say yes. Yes, okay. 强制性. So, let's say you take a cab, and then the cabbie, how are you today? Maybe you're still okay, you know? Yeah. But if Sifu go further and say, so how was your week? Maybe you will share more. But if the cabbie asks, so how was your week? You know, the same message, the same similar sound. Yeah, and it's not about whether the cabbie has the same voice as Sifu. Yeah, it's the whole context, it's our emotions, our background. Yeah, a lot of conditions coming together. Wait, raise hand first. Raise hand. Must enforce this. Raise hand first. Okay.
Is it what they talk about? Relative truth, direct truth, and absolute truth. Is it what they are saying?
Similar.
Depending on our perception, right? The example that you see in the book that you had at the road, sometimes you see as snake,
yes.
sometimes you see as right?
Yeah.
So depending on our perception, right? So if we are calm enough at a bus stop, right? I'll just look at it. Oh, it's not too slow.
Oh, so for her, yeah, if you can be calm enough, even if you have a tap, you may find that some people, the moment they hear a loud noise, they really get a jolt. But some people, they hear a loud noise, they register, they don't get the fright. Yeah. Mental strength aside, this is slightly beyond the Buddhism school, but I remember hearing from someone that physiologically it can affect our response also. Yeah, if you are not so well, yeah, or physically maybe a bit unwell or something, then you may respond differently also. Yeah, yeah. So a lot of things can affect how we respond. Okay. So feelings. It is the bare experience of the contact. Yeah, when you come into contact with the outside world through our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. Okay, it's not just external physical experiences. Here is inclusive of mental objects contact also. Yeah. So that bare experience. So, for example, think about the last time you quarreled with somebody. Can you all remember? Can you remember or not? Can you remember? Tell me. I can't quarrel with you. You confirm lose. My mother said that when I was young, my mother said, "Le bo zuo lawyer xie ko xiu." Can you remember? So, don't start frowning and then, Sophie reminded me I must text him. The moment you think about that incident, before you go into the details of what happened, the moment you just touch and think about it, does it give you a good feeling? Should be bad feeling. Yeah, that bad feeling is the painful mental feeling, painful mental sensation. It's not anger yet. It is that when you think about it, is that not so nice feeling, yeah. And because of it being not so nice, then we get upset. We get frustrated. All these are the secondary impulses already, the secondary responses to that initial, yeah. So, whether it's physical or mental contact, yeah, it can give rise to some kind of experiences. Not all experiences are painful or pleasant. Some are neither painful nor pleasant. I want to make this distinction. When you write it down, don't write down neutral. Okay? Yeah. In a way, nothing wrong with writing neutral, but I prefer to leave it as neither painful nor pleasant. Because then it really highlights what it is. that it is not this and not that. What is so important about this? When we encounter pleasant feelings, we are drawn to it quite naturally. Otherwise, you don't call it pleasant. The degree that you are drawn to it, that's a different thing altogether. Yeah. If you are experiencing pain, then usually, for most people, we are averse towards it. We are repulsed by it. We shun. Yeah, our very natural response, we shun from it. These two become the basis if the contact remains, yeah, or we somehow cannot stop this contact. In the case of pleasantness, do we want to stop the contact? We don't want to stop the contact. If it's pleasant, do you want to stop it? No, carry on. Yeah, in fact, we may start to even think about how to prolong the contact. Yeah, the wish to prolong the contact. That is want. That is desire. To want to prolong it indefinitely, that is greed. Yeah. And when it finally comes to an end, do you feel good? It depends. Depends on whether you have gotten sick of it or not. Yeah. If you have gotten sick of it and it ends, no problem. You're quite happy actually. Yeah. But if you have not gotten sick of it and it ends, then you're like, oh. Yeah. I remember in secondary school, I was in Scouts, and we would have campfires. Yeah. And my Scout master, he often highlighted, we always ask, can we have it a bit longer? Because, everybody love it so much. They want to have more fun, So my Scout master gave us this word of advice. No. You must end it when they want it. You end it. Then they'll come back again next year. If you give them everything, they will not come back again. Yeah. It's true. Yeah. That's why whenever you watch TV serial, they will always stop at the point where you yeah, then you're like, well, come on, just show us 5 more seconds. No, not showing you the 5 seconds. It's a lot of this psychology there. That's why I think my parents ever told me, 師父，咪等講個了，你講個了，人咪聽了。But for me, I don't care. If I explain everything and you feel satisfied and it solves your problem and you don't see a need to come back again, I am successful. Yeah, that's the aim of Buddhism, not to have you keep coming. Wow. Yeah, if you attend, I'm not chasing you all away. Don't get it wrong. I'm not saying next week then only 10%. It's okay to come. Yeah, but if you come and attend classes, listen to teachings, and you manage to solve your problem, and you become enlightened, you don't have to come anymore. Yeah, I'm very happy for you. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, if you become enlightened. Yeah. So for painful feelings, it can develop all the way to aversion, to anger, to frustration, yeah, all the way to hatred. Yeah, if it is constant enough, if it is not resolved, yeah, it can build up to resentment. Yeah, a lot of different negative emotions, all to be covered in due time. Yeah, if it's pleasant, then it can give rise to a whole plethora of different emotions also. Wanting, desire, craving, and all this. Yeah. How about neither painful nor pleasant? That's the reason why I insist, stick to this description. And why? Because when it's neither of this, it doesn't catch our attention. It doesn't catch our attention. When we come in here and you sit on a chair, do you feel anything? You don't. Most people shouldn't feel anything unless your back is aching. Then you can feel it. Yeah. Unless you had a long day standing, and when you come in and you sit down, wow. Yeah. But after sitting for a while, you don't feel it again. Yeah, it get normalized. Yeah, it get normalized. It becomes neither pleasant nor painful. Neither painful nor pleasant. And when it becomes like that, then it doesn't capture our attention anymore. Then what happens? We ignore it. And by ignoring it over and over again, we become ignorant of what is happening. It gives rise to ignorance. Very good question. Our sister asked, I thought that the point of our practice is to achieve neither painful nor pleasant, or what we call equanimity. Equanimity is slightly different from just simply neither painful nor pleasant. Yeah? Equanimity is a response to it. Yeah? It is just slightly different. When we are equanimous in our practice, it is with clarity. We are conscious about it. In the four immeasurables, we practice equanimity. The equanimity is not simply ignoring people. It is seeing clearly how all individuals are different and yet similar. And to recognize that, yeah, this person, for example, okay, you have 2 children, or maybe 4 children, or how many children? Or you have a few staff. One staff or one child, whatever you suggest, the child will listen and then give feedback. Yeah? Not always agree, but will be polite and cordial. The other one, you say one word, come back with 3 words. Yeah? So, for sometimes when we say equanimity, yeah, we may think that we become blind to the two. Both are the same. No, that's not equanimity. Equanimity is to recognize that there is a difference, but the difference is, we are not attached to that difference. To recognize that that difference is impermanent. To recognize that that difference is insignificant. We blow things up, you know. We quarrel with a person. Have you all quarreled with anyone before? Say yes. Yes. Yeah. Do you feel better before or after towards that person? After quarreling? Usually after better? After quarreling? Why do I always have such students? No, but it's true sometimes after quarreling you feel better. Yeah. If you manage to sort it out. If after quarreling there's no answer and you just okay, don't talk about it. Do you feel good? You don't feel good, isn't it? So okay, I totally forget what I was going to say. Yeah, I feel better before. I was totally. There was a point. There was a very important point. Yes, equanimity. Yes. So when we quarrel with people, and then we usually feel not so nice towards that person. And so just think about it. How long does that quarrel last? In a case where the quarrel didn't resolve anything and you feel worse, okay? Yeah, and maybe through that quarrel, the person said something very hurtful. Yeah? So how long does it last? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? 1 hour? See me after this. For quarrel whole life. Quarrel may be only 1 hour, but feelings last for a long time. This is what I mean. We blow it out of proportion. We hold on to it with attachment. Equanimity is really learning to recognize that, yes, this person quarreled with me, this person didn't quarrel with me. But the quarrel is just so minute, so insignificant, and furthermore, it's already gone. Not practicing equanimity is totally the person quarrel with me. And then holding on to that 1 hour, and usually it's not 1 hour. I mean, seriously, how many of you have quarreled for 1 hour? 1 hour, a long time, you know. You know, when you sit in meditation, open your eyes, only 5 minutes. The person quarrel. If the person really quarrel with you for 1 hour, you should give him a prize. You know, buy flowers and buy him a present and express your appreciation, saying, "Thank you for spending 1 hour with me," wholeheartedly. You know, when you go out with your friends, right? Sometimes you are talking to your friends are not listening. Yeah, you talk to a friend, then then messaging. But when a person is quarreling with you, 100% with you, you know. Correct. So if a person actually quarrel with you for 1 hour, you should really give him a prize. Right? Thank you. Not slap lah. Thank you for really devoting your life to me for 1 hour. And beyond that, remember, it's just 1 hour. Beyond that 1 hour, he never quarrel with you. She never quarrel with you. Why hold on to that 1 hour and mar the rest of your life? Yeah. So equanimity is not simply ignoring things. Yeah. But here, when we experience things that is neither painful nor pleasant, it doesn't capture our attention. Equanimity is with clarity and attention. Yeah, you see clearly, and then you have equanimity towards it. It's very different. Yeah. No, thanks for bringing it up and clarifying. Yeah. So, neither painful nor pleasant. Yeah. Because it's just not enough. No crime or shame. Yeah. It's not that I'm wrong in this way. No. It is just that this third category is not enough to draw our attention. For example, sitting on a chair, yeah, your legs on the floor. It cannot be helped. It's just not interesting enough to draw your attention. Yeah. If we look at it from a biology evolution standpoint, our brain has evolved to ignore all these things because it's not life-threatening and it's not life supportive also. Yeah, in a way. Okay. Yeah, so as a result of that, then we just ignore it. And ignoring it, then you don't see what's happening. You don't see that there are subtle changes. Only when you observe closely, then you can see the subtle changes happening. Now, here I want to highlight one more thing. In the case of painful and pleasant experiences, yeah, there is also ignorance. Why? Because when it's painful, we are too overwhelmed by the pain, we also don't observe clearly. We only see the pain. We don't see anything else. When it's pleasant, we only see the pleasantness, and we get blinded by it also. We don't see it clearly. Yeah? Our emotions come in, our memories come in, all kinds of things come in, and we give it more value than it really has. We don't see things clearly also. So, in terms of pleasantness and pain, yeah, there is also the element of ignorance. Yeah? But here, the focus is on greed and hatred. Why? Because those are the prominent factors. But greed and hatred cannot happen without ignorance. Yeah? So ignorance is the underlying thing. Yeah? Our sister have a question or point.
Basically, I would say that whether it is pleasant or painful is very relative. Maybe to me, it doesn't feel the pain, but to the next person, maybe they don't like the coldness. So every case is to be very subjective. So I would say that in order to maintain the neutralness is that we must separate the object and the feeling. That is where we need to achieve right. Letting things as things and feeling as feeling. And that is through meditation. I don't know, I felt that, when you realize whether can you react to the pain or you don't react to the pain. That's how I derive the difference between the object and the feeling.
Okay.
That's still very subjective.
It is true that all of us experience this world differently. Yeah, when even ourselves, the moment we feel a bit unwell, the aircon is a pain. Yeah.
The tolerance level.
our tolerance level. Yeah. So between people, our tolerance level, our threshold, is different. And then for each and every one of us, this threshold also varies and changes, sometimes as much as to be significant within a day itself. Yeah. In the morning, maybe you are feeling okay, but after a 3-hour meeting, you don't feel so well, and then you start to feel like the aircon is painful to your body. Yeah. The question is, how do you then not impute all this to the object itself? Yeah. But to also not divorce them. To realize and to see that the feeling itself is conditioned by the object, but also colored by ourselves, plus many conditions. Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, we tend to just impute everything. If it's good, if it's pleasant, everything.
But it could be based on our past experience. That's why certain thing will trigger. You know.
Yes.
Of
course.
Why the feeling is painful and why the feeling is pleasant or even neutral. If I've gone through a lot where it's painful experience, this is nothing.
Sure.
It becomes neither painful or pleasant.
Sure.
So there's a lot of hidden reason behind.
Yeah. So meditation is definitely part of the practice. Oh? Yes. Anybody else? No? Yes.
I'm just thinking, when the feeling is neither painful nor pleasant.
Yes.
How does it link to this feeling of boredom? Or maybe the feeling of being happy, being harmony. These are two very different consequences that I will associate with.
Neither painful nor. Yes, very good point. Very good point. Our sister asked, from neither painful nor pleasant, it can lead to boredom. It can also lead to peace. Yeah. So, what is the deciding factor? Maybe that's what you are trying to ask. Yeah. I once shared with some students. I shared with them this. If you can learn to be content, learn to be content with whatever you are doing now. In fact, if you can even learn to be happy with whatever you are doing now, even if it's not doing anything, then you'll never be bored again in your life. Boredom comes from a dissatisfaction with the present moment. Yeah. When we let that sink in. Something as simple and day to day as trivial as boredom. Very good point. It stems from a dissatisfaction with the present moment. It's not the kind of big take, but it's just you're not content with the present moment. If you consider, when we meditate, the object is quite boring, just breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And that's why our mind get bored. Then, But if you can overcome that and just be okay, and just be okay. Yes. Yes. Three broad categories, yes.
So, they haven't come to the discrimination yet?
No, not yet.
Nothing arises or boredom, like this, they haven't yet.
Not yet. Our sister is asking, from neither painful nor pleasant, it can lead to boredom, but it can also lead to peace. Yeah.
So I perceive that we haven't come to that stage. I mean,
which stage?
To the xiang, soul xiang, when discriminate the
Right.
portion where discriminate,
Yes,
where
we
a lot
haven't-
of this sensation we try to further categorize, discriminate, or describe this kind of feelings. It's just a feeling, sensation. Can I say that? Or am I wrong?
Yes, you are right. We are currently covering the very raw experience,
Yes.
what we call feelings or sensations. Yeah, but I highlighted that from this, then what are the consequences? Which is what happened after that. We haven't touched the mental concomitants
Yes.
behind, but I'm highlighting because otherwise, if you just look at this by itself, that's it, lor. So then that's it. Yeah.
Because was thinking whether should we break it
Break it.
parts by parts, because consequences is another future.
Yeah.
So if I make the thing,
Huh?
if my question or my so-called this question drag the thing too far away, I think please draw me back.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is that
Yeah.
this sensation is just sensation. We haven't drawn any conclusion yet, any consequence yet. Just to
Yeah.
just to
Yes. Of course.
reinforce my understanding.
Yeah. Of course.
So I think I stop there.
So is purely just the bare experience. Yeah. Which is why I use the word that consequently, which basically that after that. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah. But I highlighted all that because if we were to learn, for example, the 5 aggregates, or in this case, the mental concomitants, and when we touch on feelings, yeah, we can go through all the 108 types of feelings. But how does that relate to our practices? And that's why I often then link it to the arising of our defilements. Yeah, the arising of our defilements. Yeah, that's the point. But you are right to say that yes, this particular one is purely just on sensation. Yeah, I was trying to give you context. It's like when we have class, we always say, "Oh, can we have more day-to-day example?" But the example is linked out. You know what I mean?
Because sorry, I add one more thing is that just to reinforce my thoughts that
Okay.
if we going to link more things, we may confuse like these feelings or soul, the sensation will link to how to say it, cannot break out from this, just purely this sensation.
Well,
Okay.
there are different teaching methods. So let me repeat again.
Yes.
Feelings,
Yes.
sensation. Yeah, there are 3. In fact, last week I mentioned in the sutta it says there's 1, just feelings. There's 2, body and mind. There's 3, painful, pleasant, and neither painful. Then there's 6, feelings arising from eye, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. Then there's 18, yeah, the 3 multiplied by 6. Then there's 36 multiplied by wholesome, unwholesome. Then multiplied by the 3 time period. Then becomes 108. Yeah. So we could use all that and just stick with that. Yeah. So all this is feelings. Clear? Is it clear?
Okay.
Clear? Okay. The rest clear? Clear. Okay. Yeah. I will still do this. Okay. I mean, the whole point of having a class is to explain, as I mentioned before, if you just look at the text itself in silo, yeah, in isolation, each of them, then you miss out on the relationship. You'll miss out on a lot of the relationship, which is actually the whole point of this class. Yeah, because if you just learn them independently by themselves, and you miss out on the interplay and relationship, then you actually miss out on the whole point of Yogacara. Yeah, because in isolation, then it's hard to appreciate the whole depth itself. Oh, yeah. But I hope it should be quite fairly clear, right? I already highlighted 3 feelings. Then from this, it can arise other things. So it should be clear what is the horizon and what is the feelings itself, isn't it? Or is it still confusing for you?
No.
Huh?
No. I think we are in different topics already.
Different? But that's what you just told me.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, sorry. It's okay.
It's okay,
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say.
Okay, but if you all have any questions, you all can raise it up later. Huh? No, okay, hang on, hold that thought first. So, 为临那顺为具，非镜相为性，起受为业。So, 由临那此4月的顺境，逼迫的违逆境。So 顺境 and 逆境。So agreeable and disagreeable experiences. Yeah, agreeable contact, disagreeable contact. Yeah, the things you encounter. Okay, it may be agreeable, it may be disagreeable. Okay. So when it's agreeable, then there's the 领纳此4月 delightful, yeah, comfortable, delightful 的顺境 yeah, agreeable situation, if you will. So, yeah, feelings, what we call sensation, it has this function. What is the function? The function of experiencing both the agreeable contact and the disagreeable contact. Yeah. And upon experiencing, if it's agreeable, then you experience delightful, pleasant sensation. That is the function of feelings. But it's not just about pleasant ones. If it's disagreeable, it's unpleasant. Yeah, we have this is one part where you cannot choose. You cannot say, I only want to experience pleasant one. As long as you have sense bases, you can experience both pleasant and unpleasant, and neither pleasant nor unpleasant. Yeah, this is the function of feelings. Okay. Yeah. So hang on. Hang on. So 4月 delightful, agreeable situation, then 逼迫 oppressive, yeah, oppressive experiences from disagreeable situation. So we have 4月顺境 逼迫的违逆境 yeah. So these are the 2 of the 3. Then the third one 即非是非逼的中庸境，而有苦乐舍三受的差别。Yeah, so from the third one is basically what I have described earlier. Yeah, it's not agreeable, but it's not oppressive also. Yeah, when you sit on a chair, is it agreeable, disagreeable? Okay. Yeah, but not enough to say, wow, nice. Yeah, but if you are that same feeling, as our sister pointed out, is subjective. Can be subjective, isn't it? If you have been standing for a whole day and we ask you to sit, the first 5 minutes when you sit down, 虚服晒. After you sit for another half an hour, you start to fidget. Got a shift here, got a shift there. Yeah. If I ask you to sit for half an hour, 1 hour without moving, is it still pleasant? It's a torture, our sister. Yeah. It depends. Yeah. Some of you maybe sit without moving, no problem. Yeah. But regardless of it, we can experience different feelings. And that feeling is also impermanent. Yeah? Even as we are sitting, as I mentioned, the first 5 minutes is pleasant. Then after a while, it's neither pleasant nor painful. Then after a while, it becomes painful. Yeah? It's always shifting and always changing. Yeah? Hang on. 在这三种境上升起不同的受。Yeah? 既于顺境，未得升起心求欲，以得起不离欲。So you see, the description, all this description, I basically just one shot explain to you all. Okay, now I'm just reading through and highlighting certain things. Okay, here it says, when you, as far as these three kinds of experiences, or these three kinds of situations is concerned, that can give rise to the different sensation. Now, with respect to agreeable situations, circumstances, contact, 未得升起心求欲. So for those that is agreeable, if you have not obtained such feelings, then in our mind give rise the desire, the wish to experience it. The wish to experience it. In the case 以得起不离欲, once you have experienced it, does it stop there? No. It gives rise to let it last. As I've mentioned earlier. Do you need to study Buddhism to know this? You don't need. This is common sense, isn't it? Yeah? And this is what is so beautiful about the Buddha's teaching. It is common sense. You can verify directly. You don't need a PhD to understand this. But at the same time, it is not trivial. It is simple yet profound. Because we do this every day. We experience this every day. But we are experiencing it unconsciously. We experience it thinking that this is the only way to experience it. We experience it not knowingly. And this is what is so profound about it. The Buddha point out exactly what's happening. And so when we really go and think about it and observe, you realize that it's undeniable and yet so elusive that for some people, hey, you may not even be aware of one part of it or two parts of it or the whole thing. But when you really sit down and examine what is described, it's really like that. Wow. This is why it's so profound. So in your face and yet so hidden from us all this while. This is the beauty about the Dharma. The Buddha is not describing something far away in some, outer space, whatever. A lot of these descriptions are to be experienced yourself. And you don't even need deep jhana for this. All this you can just reflect on your own and observe. You can see this. And this has so much implications and applications to our life. Because this is what makes us tick, This is what makes us tick. And unfortunately, sometimes make us talk. Tick tock. Sometimes make us happy, sometimes make us not so happy. 对尚未遭风的违逆境升起不合欲. So now we are talking about the painful experiences, the disagreeable experiences. And again, do you need to sometimes we may think, so much Chinese word I don't understand. But that's why I explain in English. And once we hear the explanation, we experience this, isn't it? when it's not so nice, we quite naturally, instinctively almost, almost instinctively, we give rise to the kind of, repulsion. 不合语，以得起乖离语。If you have already experienced unpleasantness, pain even, disagreeable contact, then what happened? In us, quite naturally, give rise to the desire, also desire. Interesting, huh? All yu, the word yu, desire. Yeah. You see, yu. Where else? Yu, all yu. Yeah, all yu. 以得起乖离语，与中庸起不合不离语。So here it says that when it's disagreeable contact, then we give rise to, we don't want to experience it. Before we experience it, we have that kind of fear of experiencing it. We want to avoid it. We have this thought, let me not be in contact. Yeah, you see your boss come in, one big black face, then you hope, please don't call me in today. Yeah. Then unfortunately your boss come out and come in for a while. Then what happened? Are we happy? Our heart. But here that's an interesting thing. 与中庸尽起不合不离语. Yeah. When it is the neither painful nor pleasant one, you don't have any special particular desire. Yeah. But you come up here. It gives a description. Still desire. 不合不离. Status quo. Yeah. No problem. We seem to be okay with it. But actually, this is based on ignorance. Yeah, we don't know what is happening there, so we seem to think that it's okay. Yeah, we are okay with it. 所以说起爱为业。Because from the yu, from the desire itself, then it gives rise to craving. Yeah, so this I, don't be mistaken. Okay, this I here is not love. This is craving. The I over here. 所以说起爱为业，受缘爱。Yeah. So when there's contact, then there's different kind of feelings, and of all the different feelings, it gives rise to different kinds of desires. Yeah, all still desires. Pleasant ones you desire have different desires. Or you have not contact, you desire to contact. When you have come into contact, you desire for it to be prolonged. Unpleasantness, before it's contact, you desire not to contact. When you are in contact, you desire for it to end. When it's neither painful nor pleasant, you have a desire to just remain status quo. No problem, it's okay. So all still desire. Yeah? And from this desire can become the basis to give rise to, when desire culminate, it will culminate in craving. Yeah? Craving. Craving to exist, craving for sensual pleasure, craving for views. All kinds of craving. Craving for eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body and mind. All kinds of craving. Yeah? Let me just finish up the text first. 又受可分为五种，即苦乐忧喜舍. Yeah, so these are another categorization of the different kind of feelings. 苦乐忧喜舍. Yeah, so this 苦乐忧喜舍 can be found in the jhanas. Yeah, can be oftentimes brought up in the jhanas. Yeah, 苦乐忧喜舍. So in a way, you can say that this too is more mental, this is more physical. Okay? Yeah. This can be seen as more physical. Okay? When it's in the context of meditation. 苦乐 typically refers more to physical, typical. Then 忧喜 more mental. Sir is, well, no difference. Equanimity. Yeah. So they are opposites. Yeah, they are opposites. So 苦乐忧喜 this is usually found in the descriptions for the different states of jhana. Up to level 4 jhana, then 苦乐忧喜 all abandoned, left with equanimity. Left with equanimity. Okay, Wilson. So sorry, time's up. No. I'm just kidding. Okay, come on. I'm so sorry. I'm a very naughty monk. Okay,
when there's sense base, you will feel the pleasure and the pain, right? But in the case of sensual real devas, right,
yes.
Do they feel? Because you also mentioned that they are so happy that they don't feel pain. So does it work differently? And that's for sensual realm devas. What about the form realm devas where there is no more sense base, or is there a sense base or not?
For sense,
thank you, Subbu.
Yeah, good question. For the sensual desire realm heavenly beings, for the most part, as far as their birth is concerned, they only experience pleasure. Yeah, they don't experience our kind of pain, but their physical body can still be hurt. In the description inside the various sutra, where they talk about devas and asuras fighting, devas can only be killed if their head is chopped off. Yeah, and they can still get hurt. Their limbs can grow back, but they can still feel the pain. So they can still experience it. For form world, from what I was taught, in the form world, the devas, they actually still have a kind of physical body, but it's a lot more subtle. Yeah. And it is said that in the form world and above, there's no more fighting. Yeah, no more fighting. Because they are not interested in external things anymore. If the moment a group of people stay together but they are not interested in external things, you will not fight with each other. You look at all the countless all the wars throughout history. It's all about resources. It's almost always about resources. Yeah.
But the sensual realm, you mentioned that if they only feel pleasure, right, then will that create greed?
Yeah.
They always feel the pressure,
Yeah.
the pleasure.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So numb and so happy about certain things, right, that you don't really have greed for it.
It is said that the kind of pleasure that they experience is far beyond our description. Yeah. In fact, in one of the sutra is described. First of all, I must say, no offense to any ladies here. There was this monk who went to the Buddha and said he wanted to disrobe. The Buddha asked why, and the monk said, "I miss my wife. My wife is so beautiful, so beautiful." So in one of the sutra, the Buddha is said to have brought him to see the heavenly nymphs. Yeah. 天女 you got to go and search. Yeah, search. Let me finish the story first. So it is said that after bringing him to see the heavenly nymphs, and then he bring him down, and then he asked, "So after seeing the heavenly nymphs, what do you think of your wife?" And considering this, his wife is said to, in the context of the sutra, his wife is not simply his own personal preference. It's said to be a very beautiful lady. When the Buddha asked the question, he answered, compared to the heavenly nymphs, My wife is like a hairless ape. Yeah, and it is said that if those heavenly names were to appear in the human realm, those beings who are without self-control, they will go crazy, just on the sight. Yeah, they'll drive them crazy. The description is so. As I said, no offense to the ladies. This is how it's described there. Yeah. But I must say, have you all watched the Dove advertisement? Dove, the what evolution? Yeah, Dove evolution. There's this. I will show you all next week. Yeah, but it's basically this video of a model going for a photo shoot. Yeah, and then she comes in. I mean, she looks pleasant. Yeah, but as like everybody, we have some imperfections here and there. So she sit down, and then there's light, and then they start to do the makeup. Then you yeah, it's not the end yet. Then you show the picture in the Photoshop, and then you see all the changes. Yeah, they raise the neck, they make the eyes bigger, all kinds of alteration. Let me assure you, practically every single photo you see in any of those magazines, the glamour shot, all Photoshop, not just the face, no, the whole body. And I'm not talking about like the skin. I'm talking about like they take a photo, they will, yeah, all this. And today, even video. Today, computer technology has developed so much that they can take a video, and after that, the one that you watch is totally video shopped, not Photoshop, video shopped. Yeah, it's totally manipulated. That is actually a good news and a bad news. The bad news is when you keep seeing such kind of beauty, it makes you feel miserable about yourself, Yeah. And likewise, not just girls, guys also. You see all those impossibly. If you define yourself, it's not that we are so shallow we define ourselves that way, but you cannot help it. You see, and nowadays MRT station, shopping malls, wow, gigantic. It's like in your face. But realize this: it's all fake, really fake. Don't have to feel so bad about yourself. And after all, even without Photoshop, we are only but consciousness. Thank you very much. 愿消三障诸烦恼，愿得智慧真明了，普愿罪障悉消除，世世常行菩萨道。阿弥陀佛，起立。诸位至诚，礼佛行三问讯礼，一问讯，再问讯，三问讯。Till we meet again, may be guided and protected by the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. 乖乖哈。